I'm here. Today's a very special day because I'm here with my very dear friend, Tommy, from the Mirror of Hope. And Tommy's come out all the way from Kenya. Hi, Katrina. Thanks for joining. Tommy's come out all the way from Kenya. Kenya Airlines have sponsored you to come out. Is that correct?
Not Kenya Airlines this time. Part of the sponsorship was from Edmund Rice Foundation.
Good, nice. Okay, so they've sponsored him to come to Australia. So every year, Tommy comes out and we go around Australia and we raise funds for our sponsorship program. So just to give you a background, hi, she's so excited. Katrina's so excited. This is Tommy, Katrina. So happy to have you. So just to give you an intro, in 2015, I went to Kenya and I had the privilege of visiting Kibera, which is Africa's largest slum. And this is where many that would see sewage, litter, just hopelessness, despair. And in this slum, there's 1 million people that live there. What I saw was actually beauty, love, and hope. So the plight of these people, the survival of these people were beyond what is to the eyes. These people had nothing, but they have such a beautiful giving nature. And this is where Mirror of Hope is essentially set up. So for those of you who don't know, Happiness Lifestyle is actually a generosity-based business. And you guys, each one of you clients and graduates, whether you know it or not, have literally contributed to every sponsorship in our program. 10% of all of Happiness Lifestyle's revenue actually goes to Tommy and the Mirror of Hope children. Yeah. So we have several children already sponsored through our program. There is from 2 years ago, we went from 40 students sponsored to now 114.
Yeah.
So it's been really beautiful and incredible. I'm going to let Tommy update you guys on everything, but I first wanted to give you a background on what Mirror of Hope is. And so it's a grassroots community. Everything, what I love about this and why I'm so passionate about it is 100% of everything that we donate goes to the kids. There's no admin fees, there's none of that. So many of the other charities, they take fees, they take all of this stuff, and we don't know what's going where. And so Mirror of Hope is where it's so set up, so transparent in everything that they do. And it's just such an honor that you're here, by the way. Thank you for actually coming on and speaking to everybody. Yeah. So there's sponsors here in the group. So I would love for you just to update everybody about, well, for those of you who don't know Tommy, I'm going to let Tommy introduce himself, okay? And those of you who already do and have met Tommy and are sponsors, he's going to update you on that side of things as well. So Tommy, can you tell us a little bit about how Mirror of Hope came to be? Just a really short background around that.
Thank you, Rosie. It's always a pleasure to be here and meet all of you. And unfortunately, this time I'm not getting to meet you in person, but this will do. Very happy that we continue to receive a lot of support and sponsorships from most of you guys, and we really appreciate that. So Mirror of Hope actually started in the year 2010, and since then we have been committed in giving a hand up to people as opposed to giving them handouts, because when you give handouts to people, you don't help them. You will help them for a day or two, but then after that, that's gone. And our focus is mainly empowering vulnerable women, youth, and children through education so that they can be able to use that to determine their own futures. And we are doing this so beautifully that today we have about 114 children in our sponsorship. And this is a very big, increase from the previous year. If you were there last year when I spoke to you, you'd realize that time we only had about 70 or 80, but now, the numbers continue to go up, and we are really grateful for that. And the whole thing about Mirror of Hope is actually inspired by my own personal story. Growing up in the slum with a lot of poverty, I was able to meet a stranger, a good person who gave me an opportunity to go to school, even though I don't remember their name or I have no correspondence with him. But I always want to do something as a way of saying thanks to what he was able to do in my life. And that's why I feel happy when I see so many children going to school every year. And that is because I appreciate so much the value of education and what education can do to the life of any child. And so today we are, still working on getting more children into sponsorship. We are aiming to get at least another 30 into sponsorship come January 2020. And of course, we can never do this without the support and the love from all of you. Whatever you are able to do makes us effect the kind of change that we are seeing in Kibera slum today. So Kibera slum is about 2.5 square kilometers. It's a very small, small area, but in that you have 1 million people living in it. So you can imagine the kind of suffering that is there. The houses are, basically, I don't know whether to call them houses or shacks, very small in size.
Then there's like 200 people that share one toilet, and you have to pay to use the toilet. It is seriously, the smell, I can still smell it like it was yesterday. The smell that permeates that camp is just terrible. It is really not good. And 70%, you said 70%?
Yeah, about 70% of the current adult population never stepped into school. And so what that means is that they can't get jobs, and without a job, you become miserable living in the slum. And like Rosie is saying, something as basic as toilet, when people don't have it, it's a shame. And to date, people still use plastic bags as toilet, and they come out of their houses and throw it. That's what is popularly referred to as a flying toilet in the slum. It's not a nice thing to see happen in this current day and age, but that's the reality in the slum.
And we've got in Kibera. So Kibera is the largest slum in Africa and one of the largest slums in the world. So this is what we're dealing with right now. And this is the battle that we're actually facing to get those children out of the slum. So it's not about, we're sponsoring the children, but we're getting them out of the slums and putting them in an environment where they're nurtured and they can get the education that they need, right? I think there's a lot of rape and murder
and drugs
and there's so the percentage is quite high, and children as young as 6, so girls as young as 6 get raped there. But our role in this is true because the sponsorship programs that we create is the backbone of Mirror of Hope. So we want to give those children the opportunity that the 70% of the population of the adults never got. And so that whole saying of feed a man a fish and he'll eat for a day, teach a man to fish and he'll be able to, feed and live for a lifetime, and that's what we're doing. Correct. So it's about empowerment and really just, if you want to update us around, I think one of the children are now in uni, is that right?
Yeah, so one of our, students, our first sponsored student graduated from uni last November, and with very good grades, and she's been able to get a job. And the first thing she did after getting herself a job was to get her mom and little brother out of the slum. And today they're living somewhere that is not anywhere close to the slum. And that's what we love seeing, because that's what Mirror of Hope stands for. We want to be able to reduce the numbers in the slum. We want to be able to get as many families as possible out of the slum. And all the kids that we are sponsoring are seeing that this is actually possible. And that is like an incentive for them to work even harder. So we're very happy to be seeing all that happening.
Hi Rosie, I'm very fine here in Kenya. We are back from long term 2. It was such a great fun being in Form 2 term 2, the challenges, the greatness, the success. I'm very happy to be back at home, and we are now looking forward for the community service and learning more new things in our holiday program. And I'm so grateful for what you're doing for me, paying my school fees. I just want to tell you, thank you so much from the depth of my heart. I'm so grateful. Bye.
Hi Rosie, it's me Shadrach, back here at Mirror of Hope. I'd just like to greet you and your family. I hope you're doing well. I'd like to update you that we recently closed school and I'm at the Mirror of Hope School holiday program. And we also went for our community service, which was really fun. I loved it since I got a chance to help other people. And the holiday program is also running smoothly since we are engaging in a lot of activities which are really beneficial to us. I really appreciate your support, the support that you have given to me so far, and I really like to appreciate you for that. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Hi Rosie, it's Kelvin from Mirror of Hope. We are back from school. It was a busy term for me, but it was enjoyable. We are having a holiday program here at Mirror of Hope, and it is also fun. Let me take this opportunity to thank you for your support, and I wish you a happy Easter. Thank you. Bye.
Yeah, and another thing that has happened since the last time I met most of you is we've been able to acquire two 40-foot containers and converted them into a music room and a computer lab. And today we are teaching youth and women how to use computers.
Amazing,
Yeah,
that's really good.
It is, and you know, like this youth at the end of their course will be able to get skills that they can use to employ themselves, you know, start their own businesses, or if they want to look for employment, they can be able to do that. But it's amazing to see them sit in front of a computer and just smile, because most of them had actually given up hope in life. You know, some of them were already into crime, prostitution, and doing all sorts of nasty things. But today they are coming back, sitting in front of a computer to learn how to use it. And for the women, I remember the first time we showed them what a computer is, they were afraid to even touch it, you know. But that's different today. That's all different today. They can sit in front of a computer and are able to type, and you know, you look at the big smiles on their faces. It's just unbelievable. And you know, that's because of the help that we receive from many good people like you guys, who are working so hard to effect change in this forgotten part of the world. So we are very happy that we are able to impact lives through the generosity of so many of you.
Yeah, so thank you guys. So those of you who are sponsoring your children, thank you. If you'll be receiving continual updates. If you haven't, just reach out and we'll be able to send you through that. For those of you who would like to, you can DM me directly, just ask. I have to update my website. It's still, I've got to do a lot of things on that back end, but there is a button there if you wanted to go and donate there and sponsor. That will go to the sponsorship program. So we've got 114 now that are sponsored. There are 30 we're looking to get into 2020. I think there is there 11 left? Or no, there's 11 sponsored. And
there's 19 left.
19 left.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're looking for 19 more children to be sponsored, and it would be $750 for the entire year. And what that will cover is the uniform, the books, the food, the boarding where they're staying, their education, everything. And 100% of that is going toward the child. So there is absolutely no admin fee from this. What we've done is we've set up a completely separate division and account for those who wish to contribute to the admin side of things. That's so this is what I love about it, because it's so transparent. So your children, you'll get videos from them, you'll get to correspond with them, and if you ever want to visit, you'll get to meet your...
More than welcome to do that.
You'll get to meet your sponsors, you'll get to meet your student, your sponsor kid, and you'll get to see how they're going and their updates. I think Real Connection is also... it gives that, I think it gives the kids that kind of, you know, knowing that, like, thank you, you've worked really hard to get me the education in that way, which is really nice.
And you visit them, and, you know, they give you these beautiful smiles and, you know, show you just how grateful they are, you know, for the help that they receive. And, you know, gratefulness is one thing that they embrace, because they know without the generosity of many people that are out there helping, there would be nothing, you know, living in the slum, probably living lives of crime, prostitution, and things like that. So we are really grateful that you are able to join us, you know, to bring about the change that we need in Kibera.
Good.
Yeah, and hopefully we will be able to get as many children, as many families as possible out of Kibera and lift them out of poverty. And, I encourage you to continue joining us for that noble cause, and you will never regret doing that.
Yeah. So, well, that's the goal, isn't it? Just the empowerment.
Yeah.
So can you talk a little bit about beyond the sponsorship? So the sponsorship programs is what Happiness Lifestyle is the backbone of Mirror of Hope. But beyond that, Tommy also has other divisions like women. Can you tell us a little bit about the other stuff that you're doing?
So we have a women empowerment program that is currently looking after 60 women who are widowed, no husbands, and they're living with HIV and AIDS. So these are women who had no way of making a living until we stepped in to train them on small businesses, entrepreneurship skills, and then give them some money as a way, that's one beautiful way of giving a hand up, giving some money so that they can start their own businesses. And every Tuesday afternoon, they come to the Mirror of Hope and save money and be able to take more money as loan. And that's how they're able to keep their businesses going. So this is another program that continues to impact lives. And we are focusing on the women because we have just gotten to learn that when you empower a woman in the slum, you empower the whole community, because it's the woman who will always be there to find for their families, to buy food, buy clothes, always struggling. And so that's why we are doing it, for the women, so that it can have a ripple effect in the entire community. So that's another very good program to support. Another one could be our holiday program that is currently looking after 160 children, both sponsored and non-sponsored. And so the aim of the holiday program is to get them out of the slum, because no one wants to spend a whole day just roaming around the slum. That's how they get involved into the nasty things they find themselves in. So we have a holiday camp where every school holiday we bring them together and teach them different life skills, different leadership and resilience programs, and that's how they are, they are able to change their lives and be good people in the society. So that's another program that is worth checking out. And of course, our computer program and the music program, we want to train music to these young people so that we can use music to effect change in Kibera. We want to use music as a means of educating people living in Kibera, talk to them about issues of sanitation, issues of, how do they take care of the environment and stuff like that. And we can do it very beautifully using the music skills that we have. So that's our newest program, and, stay tuned for more updates on that.
Oh, really good.
Yeah.
Wow, it's been, because I've been with Mirror of Hope for a while now, like 4 years now, and since I've seen it, it's been such huge shifts that has been occurring, which beautiful, really beautiful updates.
Yeah.
Because music was actually the dream 2 years ago, and now it's happened. And so many computers, we were just talking about that last year, and now it's happened. So it's really, really good, and that couldn't have been possible without you guys and without all of us really pulling together to make this happen.
Yeah.
So just a bit of logistics. If you are interested at all, and there's no pressure at all, because but for those of you who want to sponsor, you can do that. Regarding tax deductions, I need to speak about that for a minute. We've partnered with Edmund Rice Foundation, okay, and you can get, if you do donate for tax deductions, you can do it through there. We can set that up for you to do it through there. That will go to all of the other divisions, that money, not the sponsorship program. So the sponsorship program is not covered through tax deductions. However, the sponsorships are 100% going to the children. So there's just that. We're trying to actually work out something, we're setting up something where we can get tax deductions going for the sponsorship as well. And then that way I think more people will be able to donate. Yeah, but just to give you guys that logistics. So if you do want to claim it with tax, we have to put that through the Edmund Rice Fund. They'll take a small fee from that. And that will go to the women, that will go to the holiday programs that they've got, the other stuff that's running. And then the sponsorship, you can obviously do that direct, but that's not tax deductible. So thank you for sharing. Is there anything else you wanted to let everybody know about?
Thank you. What I'd like to let everyone know about is, we never stop dreaming. And our next big dream is to set up, to put up a school. We want to construct a school and be able to have all our children in one school. Currently, they are all scattered in different schools, and it's difficult for us to, to monitor the quality of education that they are getting. And it's difficult for us to, to have our children embracing the values that we stand for. So that's why we want to set up a school, and it will not just be a school, it will be an eco-friendly school where, environment will be our main focus. We want to teach children how to look after their environment for future sustainability.
Wow.
So look out for that.
Yes,
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's really good.
Yeah.
I'm getting updated too, you guys. Really cool.
Yeah.
Right, so I want to, on behalf of all of us, to thank you so much.
Thank you.
On top of the sponsorships that Happiness Lifestyle have got going,
Yeah.
We would further like to donate $6,000 to
Wow.
the sponsorship program.
Wow. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. That's
Thank you.
amazing.
We love the work that you're doing.
Thank you,
And
Rosie.
please keep going because it's really beautiful.
Yeah.
And we just support that.
Thank you.
It's cool.
Thank you for being one of our biggest supporters. Started, when we were still a little baby, and you've grown with us, and it's amazing. I mean, it will be very rewarding for all of you to see what that actually means for the children that are benefiting from this.
Yeah.
Yeah, and very soon they'll start graduating from high school, and we can't wait to see them get out of the slum.
Yes,
Yeah.
really, really good.
Yeah.
It's such a pleasure to watch.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
And I think because I've been there, when you see it with your own eyes, it gives that kind of different perspective and waking us up to hang on a minute with what can we do? So
anytime you find yourself in Africa, in Kenya, please message us.
Yes.
We'll look after you. We'll have you visit our Mirror of Hope and get to visit families in Kibera and just see how happy they are even though they have nothing.
Yeah, really beautiful.
Yeah.
All right, guys, so we'll leave you with that. I'm going to keep catching up with my friend. And just reach out. You can direct message me or comment under the video. Any information you want, just reach out to me. If you want to look at some of the kids, I'll send you through some profiles for you to check out, and you get to pick. And we'll put you in touch directly with your child, and it will be really beautiful. It'll be really nice to start the next decade in giving them that quality of life. So good. All right. Bye. Thank you.